morning. Am I on here yet? Can anyone hear me yet? I don't know. Let's see here. I'm waiting for this to come online before I really get started here. I hope. I never know if it's good to go or not, right? That's not it. That's not it. So I'm just double checking. Let's try this one. Okay, now I think we're live. I actually hit. Okay, let me shut down this volume here on the device, which is a phone that I use to kind of follow chat. A lot of times when I'm live streaming, because it's little and it's not, it's right here where I can see it instead of a great big screen over to the side. I've used a screen before, but typically I would rather just use my phone if I've got enough battery power to do it. Now, let's see here. We're looking at Falabella Fields Ranch, right? I'm going to probably end up sucking on a cough drop later today. My allergies have been crazy. I'm going to try to get through it now. We can see. We'll see what happens with having crazy. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Falabella Ranch. Falabella Ranch is a miniature ranch, right? It's a 20 by 15 lot so far. Now, when I first saw the trailer for The Sims 4 Horse Ranch, I was a little concerned. I did my feedback for it, and I was a little concerned that the lots seemed a little small to me that we're seeing on screen. Right now, we haven't seen it all, of course. I know there's a lot of information still to come, but I'm like, I come from Oklahoma. Ranches are big. They're spread out affairs. Even like the house area is, usually a pretty good size area for everything that you've got. That goes along with ranching. But I got to thinking about it. I like to do things a little different. I like to take a different spin on it. And we have all these miniature animals coming with the new pack. Well, we have sheep and goats, miniature sheep, miniature goats, and horses I'm sure can be kept as a pony. You probably don't have to age them up, especially since they're a member of the family, and you can control aging. So we could basically keep horses at the pony level, and then that makes them look more like miniature horses, right? So I thought, if we're going to have these miniature animals, why don't we have a miniature ranch, right? Why don't we do a 20 by 15 ranch? I didn't know what size the lots were in the new world, but I know 20 by 15 will fit anywhere, right? Ultimately, I might put this on a 20 by 32 and then just use this extra space over here for a larger sort of horse training area. We'll see. But for now, it is 20 by 15. Miniature horse ranch for miniature animals here in The Sims 4. And I really do like it. I'm really excited now from this standpoint, for this aspect of it, because it is something different. It's kind of a different take on the idea. And it's certainly a lot different than I'm used to here in Oklahoma, where, as I said, ranches and farms, a lot of times the house part of it's kind of spread out. But this is a tiny house, right? This is a tiny house living, tiny ranch living. We're going to drop down here to the top floor. We'll start with the top floor. I've already got part of this done, quite obviously, right? Now, the idea is, at the moment, this is the second floor of the family home. I'll turn on the grid so you can see the amount of space we're talking about. This is the kids' area. This is the kids' bedroom. It's an open loft-style bedroom. Basically enough room for a couple of beds, right? And that's about it. I'll probably do some shelving maybe on the walls that they can, store things on. Again, we're looking at this from the standpoint of tiny house living, right? Tiny house living. But it does have access to the bathroom, as does the parents' room, so they can access the bathroom independently of each other without going through one another's spaces. The parents do have a private room. As you can see, it's relatively small. The bed will go here. I think they should be able to get past it and into the bathroom without any trouble. Sims should. Because I'm going to center it on the wall, which I think is pretty realistic. Now, a lot of small, tiny homes, they might push it into the corner. I'll admit, I have had some some routing issues with that, with Sims both getting into the bed. I know not everyone does, and I've seen people do it, but I can never really seem to get it to work. But I have positioned a bed kind of in the middle of a 3x3 square like this, and they will get into the bed, so I think they'll walk past it to the bathroom. And then down here at this end, we'll have storage, right? What kind of a closet area, storage area. Bathroom will be here, tub shower combo, or maybe just a tub. I'm not real sure. I intend for a toddler to be in this family, so I'm going to need a tub for sure. But my idea is a tub shower combo, toilet, sink. Again, tiny house living. It's not palatial. Now down here on the first floor, we're going to have an entryway, probably with some storage here. Right? The kitchen will be back in this area. We're going to have a living area here with a fireplace, and then probably a dining area. Now this is another bath. That's a bit of a luxury for a tiny home, but it fits in with ranching and farming as I know it here in Oklahoma, with a more modern house. Now, not a really old farmhouse, but a more modern house. And by modern, I'm going to say anything from the late 70s, early 80s through to today. You're typically going to have a bathroom like either connected to the outside of the house or right after you walk into the house. Because, and it's going to be a full bath. In this case, since we're dealing with tiny house living, I put it on the exterior fully. But that's because when you come in from stomping all over this horse shit over here, and the hay, and the dirt, and the mess, you can clean up before you enter the house proper. So there'll be a toilet, a sink, and a tub shower combo here. Or maybe just a shower. We could do just a shower here and then a laundry, like a stackable washer and dryer. I might do that. In my game, we'd have a stackable washer and dryer. I've got to decide. My idea with this particular build is to make this base game and then the new pack Horse Ranch only. Right? That's kind of my idea. I don't know that I'm going to stick with that. We shall see. I mean, that is an idea that I have at the moment. I don't know. I might do two versions. One base game Horse Ranch only, and then one the way I just want it. Right? Because part of why I say this is because I really want to use maybe these windows, and I really like these windows here, and I believe these are with maybe the wedding pack or something. Let me see here. Yeah, with the wedding pack, they were right there. Is the symbol for it. So since I really want to use some things from other packs, I'll probably do two versions. But the version I'm going to work on here, I'm going to use all the packs, and then I'll retrofit it as a base game Horse Ranch version only when Horse Ranch comes out, right? When Horse Ranch comes out. So that'll be the bathroom. Now over here we have our barn. Now typically with a barn in Oklahoma, I imagine a lot of other ranching, farming areas, the barn is really huge, right? If I think and I edit this, I might put some pictures in of like a real barn, right? Because the barn is usually really huge. Now, and usually far bigger than the house, right? In my case, it's about the same size as the house here, but usually far bigger than the house. But I'm going to try to do, shoot. Let me grab this. I almost forgot. I don't have my headphones on. Has anyone been able to hear me? I think you could have heard me. Probably not great. I apologize for that. I will have to edit this a little bit. I don't think anybody's watching that anyway. This is a Monday morning, right? A Monday morning stream. I forgot to put my mic on, right? Okay, so, but I was listening to it when it first came on, and I could hear myself okay. So let me double check what mic it's using. Let me see here real quick. I do think we are using, yeah, I'm using this one, but I think it was picking me up. Even kind of sitting down on this little table by my desk. Okay. So, if you didn't hear any of that, we'll go over some more of it as I'm building this out. This is just kind of epilogue, right? Is it prologue? Prologue? Yeah, the forward. This is the forward to the story. This is kind of the prologue of what I was doing here. Now, the barn. So
So in my case, most barns are going to have a mechanical barn, and then you'll also have stables. A lot of times they will be separate. So I did a workshop here as part of the mechanical barn, as well as an open sort of breezeway connecting to the house. We will have, so our workshop, our mechanical area, which with a tiny ranch, a miniature ranch, probably used to be like a lawn tractor, right? Some sort of lawn tractor that you might use with a large suburban lot to mow the lawn with. Over here is going to be our horse stables. I have no idea how much room I need for a horse stable or how much room a horse takes up. This is all guesswork, but this is going to be my horse stable, and hopefully we'll have some sort of like barn type door. I know we do from the trailer. Come to think of it, we'll have these barn type doors that will open, and then, they can be brought out here to the sort of corral area, or maybe even taken out this way to open fields, right, that aren't part of the lot. So that's what we have here, enough space for 2 horses. I do not know what the miniature animals require as far as living arrangements go, right? That wasn't real clear in the trailer. My hope is, of course, that they'll fit kind of in this corral area through some miracle, right? I do have the front porch currently facing this area. We can always maybe swing this around the other direction, face out towards the view. I mean, that's the other thing I'm dealing with here. I don't know which direction the view's in. I don't know which way the lots are oriented in regard to everything else. So this will change once the pack is here and I can really go in and use it as a reference point. But that's where I stand so far. I'm hoping that there's enough room here for the little miniature sheep and goats. Or maybe increase it a little bit, just a little bit if I have to. Now here on the second floor, above the mechanical area and the workshop, we have currently a hayloft, right? Because you would have a hayloft in the barn as well, or maybe in the stable area, one or the other. Since they're connected here, I did put it above the mechanical area and the workshop area. So we've got a hayloft here, and then we've got storage area here. On this side, now, we're supposed to have workmen, right? We're going to have a workman you can hire to come in and help you with your farm. I don't know. Does the workman come and go like a maid, right? Or are they a permanent live-in fixture like a butler? Because you could have both. On a ranch, you could have someone that comes and just works for the day and then goes home to their home. Or you could have someone that kind of lives on site. So what this is going to be here is kind of a small apartment type area above the stables for the stable hand, right? For the stable hand. So we got room for a bed. We'll start outfitting it here in a minute. We've got room for a bed, probably a small like cabinet here, the TV. I do have a window, so I got to be mindful of what I'm working with here. But something like that. I have thought about putting a bathroom here. I mean, right now, of course, a field hand could use the bathroom attached to this part of the house, since the family bathroom is really upstairs. But I have thought about creating, for sure you could put a toilet here, But I could also put a toilet and a shower in this space. It will work. I don't know. The thing I'm worried about is normally when I do that, I put the door in the middle, like right here. When I do a 2x1 space like that. I don't know if a door in the middle will work with this ladder, and it'd be really hard to put the ladder someplace else, like over here, because I don't want the ladder to intersect the stables down below, since that is not realistic that you would enter the horse stable and then go up. You would have a ladder out here in the area that's meant, not the horse private space, right? Not the horse's home, right? But this will be our field hands sort of apartment. And I'll probably leave it like that, even if the field hand doesn't live with the family. I might alter it in some way, turn it into an attic space. But I do feel like it's realistic. So that's probably what I'll do. And I might put like a sink here. Maybe a tiny fridge here, that sort of thing. So you're going to have more of a real private space where the field hand can hang out on his own time, kind of hang out, kind of some private area. And that is it. That is our house, right? That's our ranch. It's not a house. It's not a house, Jason. This is a ranch. So that's where we stand. Now I'm going to go in here first. And I'm torn. I'm torn, actually. Should I work on his space first, the field hand, or do I work on the family living space first? on this side. I'll tell you what, let's start with the family side, right? Let's start with the family side. Now we're coming at this is pretty much a newer build. This is a family wanting to move out in the wilderness and they want to do the small home thing, the tiny homes thing. And not really the wilderness, but out to the country. You know, they want to move out to the country, live out there with the land. We have this flooring from, that looks really good for the upper barn area, actually. I don't know about here in the family area, but I definitely can see it here. Like this, like that. I think in the family area, I will do it a little bit nicer, like something like this eco stuff, right? And in fact, this eco pack I might use quite a bit because this is a ranch, but you know, we could maybe, do we have room? I don't know. Maybe here we do have some room because I don't have to use a woodworking table. I can use other things. We also have some room out here. Okay, so maybe on this overhang part of the barn, we could do like candle making or recycling, you know, stuff like that from Eco Living. And I actually think that's a great idea to kind of blend those two together in this case. Eco Living does pair really well with living in the country. Okay, so for now we've got this though. We're going to do this. Small houses typically, as you probably know, you've probably seen them. You have a lot of windows usually and a lot of big windows, and we're going to have the same thing here. We want to let a lot of light in. We really want to see the outdoors. These people moved to the country because they want to see the country. They want to be a part of the country. So we're going to put quite a few windows in. Now, ideally, I also do want to put a back door to this area, but I don't know that I need to. And I'm really going to have to think about it because at the end of the day, they could go in and out through here as a back door. Let's do it for now. Well, gosh, I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. God bless. Okay, let's do it for now. And I'll tell you why. I think we'll go ahead and we'll put a sliding glass door on there. That way we would have ventilation, you know, there at the kitchen and stuff, and it's easy access to the outside. Let's see. Like so. I am going to have the kitchen right here. Now, in reality, I would not normally, because the fridge will probably go here, and I wouldn't normally put the fridge so close to the door like that. I guess we could do this. Put that there and this here. Yeah, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's see how that works. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to inset the fireplace into this space here as well. We will go ahead and do that. Let's grab some bricks. Grab a brick look here for the fireplace area. I don't know if I'm going to leave it out that far, but I might. And we're going to do bricks over here too for kind of a country look, you know, for the kitchen area. Like so. And maybe for the front door area too. At least for now. For now, we'll call it good. Let's go in here and we're going to grab some paint real quick. I kind of have this thing where I like to see, I don't like to see the drywall, you know, I like to see things painted. How are they going to look, right? As this gets done. Also, normally I would love to have the stairs open to the rest of this room, but let's be realistic. Being that this is a tiny house, I'm going to need this space for the kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and frame that out as well. And one thing I love to do, we're going to grab some of these windows here, in fact. This is from the Cottage Living Pack. These windows, we're going to go ahead and create, you know, kind of a little stair-stepped windows up, right? Following the stairs as we go upstairs so that we get some light there, maybe some ventilation as well. I'm going to try to bring this down to right about there. Can I go even lower? That's as far as we can go without it kind of clicking out on us. So we're going to go with that, right? So we have these sort of stair-stepped windows up the stairs, let in some light. I probably am going to go ahead and make this wood. That's just awfully big for a hearth. So let's make that wood. Here in the bathrooms, we probably will do a tile. Let's look at our tile options. I love this terracotta tile. This is a base game tile. It's been around forever. I still like it. I think it looks really cool. So let's go with that for now. I may change that to bricks. I might change it to these brick pavers so the house stays kind of cohesive in that regard. We'll see. Let's It's kind of dark up there. I need to put in some windows or some lights. Let's look at windows first, and we're going to use, I really like to use this window up here for the parents' bedroom and for the kids' bedroom, and then maybe one. I kind of want one right there, and it's going to be odd because it's right in the middle of that wall, right? So that's probably not going to work. We could put that there, though, and there. I kind of, I don't like the way they're not lined up like that, Oh boy, let's take a look at it and see what we're going to do. If we move this there and we move this there, we put that there, maybe put that there, then that lines up a lot better, doesn't it? So let's go with that. We'll line it up in that fashion. We could actually move this here and this here, in fact. Let's make sure that we are okay on the inside. We are okay on the inside, so that works. That's good. Let me drop down here. We're going to grab some paint, and then we are going to go ahead and put some lighting in place because it is too dark really to look at this while we're building. Let's put a light in here. Kind of light over here. Light here, here, here. Going over here in this quarter as well. Drop down. Okay, so we do need a fireplace. Chances are there's going to be new fireplaces with the new pack, right? So I will probably end up swapping this out. I think they actually have maybe a freestanding kind of stove. Yeah, like a fireplace stove, which is very common. One of the people I know that does own a ranch, they have those as well. They don't actually use their fireplace any longer. But for now, we're going to use something from here. Maybe this would be kind of cool. This looks kind of rustic. Put that in there. I also like this stuff. That's awful. That's too big, though. That's too big. I don't know. Is it too big? Yeah, it's too big. So we'll go with that, and then we'll grab maybe one thing. Let's see here. Let's grab, we'll use this sort of stone. Now, doing that, I'm not sure that I want to do bricks here anymore because I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. Over time, maybe something will come to me. It looks a little weird, I've got bricks, I've got stone, I got different bricks. So, do we have kind of a brick that matches the fireplace. That's kind of close. Let's see if the fireplace comes in a darker red. I do like the darker red look on this. There's that. So it does kind of come in a darker red. Let's go with that. And then maybe we can use kind of this Better Days brick to frame it out. So it looks like it's kind of built out of the same stuff. Kinda. I might end up pulling this out and putting it out here. Instead of, I want to recess it because it gives us more space. Obviously, probably you can guess that. But I'm kind of torn because I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I don't know. You know, one thing I could do is go ahead and just do wood under here. Make that the hearth. That's good enough. And then we can kind of leave it alone and just see where we end up going as we kind of build this place out. Let's frame out the bathroom color there. Okay, now back over here. Again, let's look at putting a dining room here. I'll say this numerous times. Of course, all of this is kind of placeholder stuff. I will go through with the new pack and replace probably a lot of it. I think that might be too small. I'd like to have enough, like a table for 6. Again, if we do end up having the field hand live on site, which, as I said, does sometimes happen, then, you know, he might come down for dinner, right? He might come down for dinner. He might hang out with the family a little bit. So I do want a table for 6 because my family is 4 people. So let's do a table for 6 and let's find some chairs here. Right now, some of my favorite chairs are these new chairs from the Growing Together pack. I think they look really cool, right? I don't know about using them there, since the table is so rustic. I got red, green, and black. Just plain brown. Let's do this. Because there will probably be a new dining room table and chairs with the new pack. Now, right off the bat, this is a tiny house, and that does feel kind of tight, doesn't it? I mean, that's kind of tight to have that much space given over to the dining room. Maybe if we do it like this, it'll be a little bit better. I'm going to try like that. And I would say probably this is a family that spends a lot of time around the dining room table. They're probably going to play games here. They're going to hang out, talk here. They're going to eat here. I'm going to build a little seating area here with a TV. And I'm going to have to leave that recess because I do think I need the space out here. So let's go with that. Let's pull together a kitchen. Again, we could use these appliances from, actually these work too. I love these right now, the Growing Together appliances. I love them. I also love this pack though. And these do come in a lot of colors. So we've got a lot of options here. White, orange, blue. I love the blue. Blue is one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and go with the blue, and then we'll grab the matching stove for that. This stove matches pretty well with it, but there is a stove that matches exactly, I think, in here. Isn't there? Am I wrong about that? Ah, there it is. And I do love that this is kind of old-fashioned. Now, this house is meant to be kind of newer, right? But some of the people I know, again, the ranch I'm thinking of at the moment, they do use an old-fashioned, actually wood-fired stove sometimes. They have a modern stove, but they have the old-fashioned wood-fired stove from like their grandparents, great-grandparents even. And they have used that for both cooking and for heat. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in as kind of an homage to that. It actually would be more like this, but even bigger. It's like twice the size of this thing, you know. But we'll use this since it matches our refrigerator there. I know there's new cabinets coming, so these are definitely just going to be placeholder cabinets, because we do have new cabinets coming with the new pack. We'll throw in a sink here. This is a really tight area, but again, it is, you know, tiny house living, right? This is the ranch of the 21st century. So might move that there. That seems a little more realistic to me. And then we'll put a kind of pony wall there by the stove. Although they might or might not have a pony wall. The people in question that I know with the wood-fired stove, it actually just sits freestanding against the wall. I'm going to do a pony wall just for aesthetics. Not out of necessity. And it does kind of, what can I say? It does kind of frame out this area as an entryway, you know, so you're not walking right immediately into the kitchen. I might be able to slide, right now I like the way it's centered with that window, I do. But I might be able to slide this just like a little bit closer to the kitchen. I'd have to play test that a lot to make sure it works. But I might be able to slide it closer to the kitchen and free up more space towards the living room. One thing I'm worried about is the oven won't open. So we'd have to play test that a lot. Let's go ahead and put in some upper cabinets here real quick, just for the look, just so we kind of know what it's going to look like. Is it going to feel too crowded? You know, that sort of thing. This kind of came, you know, with these sort of appliances with that kit. I do really like them. Let's see here. I think let's put this above the stove. And then we'll use these standard cabinets here. I'd like to use a bunch of these open cabinets, but at the end of the day, they're not very big. And I think when you're in a tiny house, you would have as much storage space as you can, right? So I'm going to have as much storage space as I can, long story short. Let's maybe pull that down here. How messed up does it look if I put it down there? Kind of wonky. And I'm not sure they'll use the stove in that case. Because I could do a different stove there, but yeah, I don't know. So let's put that over here maybe. That there. We could almost maybe do two of those there. Yeah, like that. Just to get the idea they have a lot of storage there, you know, they filled up every space, you know, with storage so that everything is kind of maximized to the most efficient level. Yeah, that looks good. We're going to go with that. So we've got our little kitchen outfitted. We've got the kitchen designed here. We've got a place to eat. Now let's look at this living room, this tiny house living room. Lord, what have I given myself to work with? Not much. We're going to take a look at our furniture options. We have a 4-person family, 2 adults, a child, and a toddler, right? So we have a 4-person family. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's cute. I like that color. I want something pretty comfortable, again, for realism's sake. I mean, I think you're going to have kind of a big, comfy type of sofa, you know, kind of a comfy chair. Somebody to kind of kick back. You're tired at the end of the day. Again, this from the Cottage Living does work pretty well. It's a tight fit. It is a tight fit with that table, but I like it. I also like for this particular space, I also like this one. Where was it? I just missed it. Where did I see that? There it is. From the Growing Together pack. Now, I've made this comment several times. I'll make it several more times, I'm sure. When it comes to Max's designing stuff, I don't like it when they put pillows and blankets on furniture like that, right? Because I like to have a certain design aesthetic where everything matches and it looks like it's an Architectural Digest. But I'm going to tell you, in this sort of case, in this sort of application, this is pretty real. This is pretty real for a country ranch. You're going to have like a blanket thrown over the sofa. I've taken so many naps on a sofa just like this, where I pulled the blanket down, prop these pillows up on one end and went to sleep after lunch. Just the sleep of the well-fed, right, and the worn out. So I'm going to use it here. I am going to use it here, I think, on this one. We'll see what comes with the other pack, of course. But I do like it, and we're gonna lean that way. Let's see, what kind of swatches do we have for this? I like that. That's really nice. I like that. A lot of furniture on the farm is kind of dark like this, too, on the farms I've known. I think it's because you come in dirty all the time and it hides dirt. I'm going to tell you that. I've never asked anybody on their house, like, why did you choose another damn brown sofa? But I do think that's probably the case. So I'm going to go with it here. We're going to grab a chair. We need some sort of chair here. Maybe in this corner. It would fit pretty well, pretty easily with what we've got to work with as far as space goes. We have this. This is, a great chair. I do love this I actually love the Cottage Living pack. I thought it was a really great pack. I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun doing builds for it. Let's see what other swatches we have with some other chairs. We have a lot of chairs to choose from, which is nice. I might use this one because its size is kind of diminutive looking. It does not take up a lot of visual space, right? So its visual impact is not too jarring. We can pull it out just a little bit. I might even be able to sandwich a floor lamp back there behind it. We'll see. I'm going to maybe try that. I don't want it to be too close to the sofa, though. Don't want people's legs to bump too much. We'll see. Maybe like that. And let's see what kind of colors we've got here. I always use that one. I always do. I love that pattern on the chair. What else do we have? There's that. That's the only thing that's holding me back on that chair. I don't know if any of the patterns are going to work for this. Except for maybe that white. We could go with the white. Let's go with that for now. And we've got this one too. Let's see what kind of swatches we have on this again. I'm not overly fond. That one I like. That one I do like, and it could work. Okay, that's a contender. We're gonna leave that one there. We're gonna leave that right there. That is a contender. This wingback might also work in this sort of space. It's not too huge here, and it is a nice, comfy chair, right? So let's hold it out as an option. Oh, and then we've got this one with a blanket thrown over it. So again, I don't normally like blankets thrown over it, but in this application, it does suit reality. So, I really think that's the one I'm going to go with. I really do. Because we're kind of to the end of our choices here anyway. The only other thing I could say is a recliner, right? A recliner definitely fits the vibe, but that one's all tore up. And this is not the basement of this place. I might build a basement on this place. I could put a basement on this place. Now that I think about it. A lot of places in Oklahoma, out in the country, do have basements. Oklahoma's not a great place for basements because of the water table the way it is. Our soil's pretty porous, but a lot of places do have basements. And I did ask somebody once, a friend of mine that lived on a farm on a ranch outside in rural Oklahoma. I said, "Why do you guys always have basements? You know, because they're so hard to kind of build and upkeep." And he said it's because we're afraid of dying in a tornado in the middle of the night. And he had a really good point. All the bedrooms are usually in the basement as well. That's the other thing I found odd. Almost all the bedrooms in a house, maybe the guest room might be on the first floor, but all of the bedrooms in the house were always underground in the basement. And in this case, it was kind of a walkout basement, so, you know, don't get the wrong idea. But all the bedrooms were downstairs in the basement. And he says, because, you know, out in the country, there's no tornado alarm. Now, in this day and age, you do have your phone, you do have cell phone, you have cell phone service out there, and your phone would go off and let you know. But, you know, that's in the last decade type of thing. Before that, you didn't. And if you went to bed and it was storming, there's a chance a tornado might happen in the middle of the night. You wanted to be asleep downstairs in the basement, so they just put the bedrooms down there. And that I was like, you know, that finally makes sense. I totally get it. Okay, let's go ahead and put this over here. See if we can find a swatch that looks good with this sofa. Whoops. But yeah, he's like, you know, we're afraid of dying in a tornado in the middle of the night. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I would be afraid of that too. It's also great from an economical standpoint, from an ecological standpoint. It's a lot easier to keep it cool in the summer and warm in the winter when it's down in a basement like that. And especially in Western Oklahoma. Western Oklahoma gets really hot. It gets hotter than Southern Oklahoma. So Northwest Oklahoma, even though on the map it's above where I live, which is Central Oklahoma, it gets far hotter up there than it does here. Like, it's crazy hot up there. So being underground like that does help. We're not going to use that chair either. Now, one thing I would like to find, we'll look through here real quick and see if there's a little stool. I do have a toddler, and we might pick out a little stool for him to use. We could use these pillows would work. We got a hay bale. Obviously, let's take that out here, right? Let's put that where we need it so I don't forget about it later. We've also got this, which is kind of makeshift seating, so that also is pretty cool. For a barn kind of setup, let's put that there. On the stool works too. Let's put that stool out here. I'm probably going to go through all this anyway again, but hey, why not? We could also, though, put that stool in here, since it does kind of make a certain sort of sense. Have a little stool here for some extra seating. Could do like some shelves or cabinetry here. I am going to go ahead and try to slide this a little bit away from the sofa, just so aesthetically, again, it looks better. Will the Sims use all this routing wise? This is probably the trickiest area. Right here and right here. They're really, you know, there can be routing issues trying to open the oven too close to other objects. Same thing with getting into the chair, but I think that this will work. We will play test it, of course. I always play test, but I do think it'll work. I'm going to try to find a nice rug here for our living room area. Nice country rug. We obviously have things like this, of course, you know, from the Cats and Dogs pack, right? And I do love that rug. It reminds me a lot of when I was younger, when I was real young, when I was like a kid. And we had this sort of rug in the living room, and I would lay on it all the time, you know. I like that color. We might go with a little bit brighter, though, like that. And I would lay on it all the time, and I would, like, run my finger, you know, around these in a circle, you know, kind of trace it like it was train tracks or something. So I go, ooh, you know, because it was a circular. These are usually done in a circle, so you start in the middle, and then you just keep doing that same line of fabric around and around and around. This is a little bit big. Really, I guess we could make it smaller like that, but then it becomes almost a little bit too small, right? Another great thing that this stool would be used for in real life is a table, coffee table like that. Someplace to set a drink or something if you're hanging out here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as a smaller version. I might use the tool mod to make it a little bit bigger. We'll see. Let's look and see what else we have here. And also we're going to have, I got to keep remembering, we are going to have new things. We're going to have new things with the new pack, like always. Most of the packs have a pretty good build buy selection. So we definitely will have choices once that new pack gets here. And that is something to keep in mind. I need to remember. We've got this stuff from the Werewolves pack. It also looks really cool. I could go with something like that. You know, I think that works. Let's take a look here. That's really pretty. It's really nice. In fact, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use that. Well, am I? Kind of clashes with the chair a little bit. I could change the chair, though. Change the chair to green. We shall see. Like I said, I'm kind of going over all this stuff, but yeah, really, I'll probably change a lot once Pat gets here. I wouldn't mind putting a TV in here of some sort. One thing I always seem to kind of not do is put a TV in. Now, part of that's because I don't watch a lot of TV myself. I mostly use my computer. And so, you know, when I'm kind of building like I build for me, I just don't think of putting one in, you know. Let's go up here. We can use that. Bring it out here. Might make it a little bit smaller, maybe. Like so. So there we go. Got our TV on the wall. I'm tempted to put a video game in, you know, of course, too. I guess maybe we could look at it. Where are they here? Are they under computers? Is that it? No. Maybe they're under TVs. Yeah. Okay. So we could put a computer here. Just because it's a farm does not mean they don't like, you know, computer games, right? That's a little crowded. It is a little crowded. I'm going to leave it there for now. I might move it later. And then for some storage, we are going to need some books. We're going to do some storage over here on this wall. So for books, I think I'll do this down here. Can I take it down further? Does it have to be way up there? What I really want to do is have that down here for the toddler, right? And I think I'm going to use the tool mod in this case and do that. Because it makes sense, you're going to have all these toddler books, you would put them down near the floor where the toddler is going to hang out, right? So see, like that. I do like that. We're going to put it down here, and it's right by his little bench, right? So he's going to grab a book, and he's going to read here on the bench by the fire. Let's raise it up just a little bit more. I'm going to go up maybe 0.2 here, like that. Yeah, that's better. Now, let's see. We'll give him a little blue shelf there. Maybe he really likes the color blue. The kitchen's blue. Give us a little bit of tie-in there. I would like to find a shelf that we could put on the wall there. It's going to be big enough to hold some books. Let's see. And I'd like for it to be floating. We don't have a lot of floating options. We do have this. It's awfully big, so I'm not going to use it. We don't really have much else to put on the wall. I mean, we have that, of course. Old standby from the base game. Let me look under our shelves here real quick and see what we might be able to come up with. Now, we have something like that that's really big. It's kind of big, too. It's really big. Okay, we're gonna keep looking. We're not done yet. We've got this, which I do like a lot. This is from the new pack, of course. We could do it across like that and create a shelf. And I love the fact that it's kind of, it's kind of shallow. It doesn't stick out very far, so it works great for this application. Can we put actual, those books from our storage options like this? Will that go on there? No, it won't. Oh no. Okay, and that doesn't operate as an actual bookshelf, right? I don't think it does. Now I could lift it up, of course. We could do this, right? Just move objects on it into place like so. And then adjust the shelves so it meets. But I'm gonna do a quick play test real quick. Let's bring our Sims in here for a little bit. Take a look at this, see what we've got. Where's Hooper? Hooper's gonna teleport over here. Reg, who doesn't have a shirt on, is gonna teleport over here. I think it was swimming is why he does not have a shirt on. There we go. Yeah, he's in his swim trunks. Let's change him back. Reg, you're on the farm. Get dressed, for God's sakes. Let's put him back into some farm togs here. Maybe let's give him that one. It's June. It's Gay Pride Month. There we go. Reg, of course, is my gay cowboy. His husband's not here. I moved his husband out to test something somewhere. Is this kind of my test file, my test building file? But he's married to a guy named Grant, and they've got this Hooper, the toddler, and Max Reginald, their child, and a dog here, Alex, and Will. My cat's name was Will that passed on, so every cat in game gets the name Will, right? Let's see, can you read? Read Crisis Barn. Oh, I can, so it works. Awesome. And can Hooper read? Hooper, let's see here. Read a book, Hooper. Charlotte's Pig, because he lives on a farm. And let's see if he can sit over there. No, he's going to sit on the sofa, so that's good enough. I'm kind of surprised Reg sat there, on that little stool. But, there you go. Where's he going? Didn't I just tell you to read? He's not going to sit there and read. He's going to sit on the floor and read. Is that what he's going to do? No, he's just not going to read, but he got the book and he went to the sofa. I'm good. I'm good with that. Now, what we're going to do real quick, I don't really want to use this particular one here. I'm going to use this one. Oh, and maybe if we get something new, if we get something new, it's a new pack, might use that. Let's move this out here like so, right? I'm going to put this here. I may put another knick-knacky thing there, right? We're going to ever so gently move that into place so that hopefully it looks natural, right? And it looks like we have a couple shelves on the wall and we just kind of stack some books on there. I was going to check and see if... I was going to double check that doesn't work as a bookshelf. I'm sure it doesn't. No. It'd be really cool if they had programmed these to also work as a bookshelf. Like you just grab the book off the top, so to speak. Probably a modder has already done it, I'm sure. I don't kind of want it there. I want it to scoot over a little bit. I may not be able to do it. Let's see. No, that didn't work. That did not do it. That's not what I wanted. We're going to leave it there for now, but ideally I probably would scoot it over just a little bit. Right. And then up here I'm going to do, this is what I've been doing with every build so far since they came in game, is put some pictures from... That's way too big, but how about this one? From the new pack, Growing Together. I love those picture frames. They look very cool. I'm going to raise them up just a little bit. And then, I know there's going to be tons of knickknacks and stuff. I'm going to leave that shelf open to put something on from the new game because there will be tons of build buy stuff coming for us to use. Now, just for the look, I might go ahead and put in a nice little table centerpiece here. Let's see. Oh, this. I love this too. This is also from the new pack. There was a lot of cool new stuff in the new pack. I really, Build Buy Wise, I really do like it. And I love that. It's just really pretty. It looks so good. Maybe we could do the blue since the kitchen's in blue, but I don't want to overdose on blue. The green's pretty. That's pretty. Let's go with orange. Orange is my favorite, so we're going to go with orange. One thing we're going to do here, since this is a tiny house, right? This is tiny house living. We're going to go ahead and put in some, mounted to the wall utensils and our spice rack and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and put this out here because, again, I'm going to make it smaller. But again, it makes sense that, we would have kind of that sort of storage by the sink because we don't have a lot of extra room. Put that there. Ooh, that's still kind of interfering, but one thing we can do is maybe we'll go ahead and kind of pull it like this, maybe over a little bit. Like that. Now, go back here. I'm going to grab this real quick because we will probably use that. I'm pretty much set on doing, a laundry room here with this sort of, clean up bathroom, the bathroom that you use when you come in off the range, so to speak. Let's go ahead and grab. Oh, good morning, David Sharp. I have not been paying attention to chat, and I hope you just left that. I hope that's a new response on here, and you didn't leave it like 3 hours ago and I missed it. I hope you're having a good morning. I'm having a good morning, really getting into building a preliminary build for the upcoming horse ranch, of course. Really starting to get into this idea. This is a 20 by 15 horse ranch. It's a miniature ranch for the miniature animals in game. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, give a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of something different. I do like to build, something kind of different. Like for my build, sometimes take on a different sort of flair, a different idea. And I wasn't real sure what I was going to do for this pack. I was worried that the lots were going to be like way too small for a ranch, as I understand it here in Oklahoma. But then I got to thinking, I'd love to do like miniature builds and we have all these miniature animals. Why don't I just do a miniature ranch, Why not just set up 20 by 15 ranch? And then I know that it'll fit. That was the other thing. I don't know lot sizes and I was anxious to get started. And I kind of thought, well, hell, 20 by 15 is going to fit. That's going to fit. So let's go ahead and we'll go with that, And that is how we got here. Let me look at this. Are they over here? Is that one I'm missing? Maybe they are. I'm looking for some wall-mounted stuff. Since this is a tiny house build, the tiny ranch build, I am looking for wall-mounted items, for the kitchen. Aha, here we go. Got our cutting board here. I'm going to put that over here by the sink. And we're going to... I kind of like this. This is always fun. Looks like, they're drying out some herbs. I might use that outside somewhere. So I'm going to kind of hold on to this. Just kind of stick it there on the wall. Tiny ranch. That's right. Tiny ranch. You got it. That is exactly where we're headed. And yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to work well. So far, I've play tested a little bit. I'm going to play test a little bit more here in a sec. But just as I'm kind of building, make sure this is getting us where we need to be. Going to have Reg maybe make some cookies here in a sec. Grabbing a few things as we go along that I'll probably use. Might as well pull them out. I still haven't come up on what I'm actually looking for. I know it's in here somewhere, of course, naturally. Just got to find it. I might use that as well. Let's put that there. Put that there. I might have, maybe I missed it. I need to memorize the names of just everything from every pack. Ah, there it is. I didn't miss it. Okay, so we're going to grab our spice rack here, of course. And we need some utensils. I'll put those there. And some knives. Put those here. Kind of make it look like a sort of intersecting, you know, that like it's a bit like they're built together so you can hang both knives and utensils from the same thing. Because again, tiny house living, we're going to need to maximize our space. We'll put this over here. Move this a little bit closer to the sink. I don't know if there's anything else we can really use for the kitchen there. I might come across something we can put there. We might try putting a shelf here or something, putting stuff on it. I mean, we'll try something. I do want to maximize, like I said, our space. So we want it to look like like a tiny house would kind of look like. We can always put something decorative there. Do a quick. I like this. I always love this. I think this is super cute, right? Now it's too big as it is, but we can make it smaller and kind of hang it here. Or might hang it from the outside, maybe. Let's put it over here with that stuff. I've got quite a pile going there in the entryway of stuff that might go on the walls. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see here. What's that? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we're coming back through everything again. This might be about it. I mean, I could do something like that on there, like for recipes and stuff, you know, as kind of pretend. Guess we could do that. We might do that for now. And then if I come across something else, you know, we can swap it out. That looks a little more old-fashioned, I think. I mean, I think nowadays most people would use their phone for recipes. But, you know, in the old days, a kitchen might have a kind of box of cards like that. And I've still seen that with older people, especially in the country. I don't know about in town as much. But you might find like this old box and you open it, it has all these recipes on it. And like on the front is like a picture of how the dish is going to look, right? And then on the back is the recipe. The amazing thing was like all of those dishes always looked awful in the picture. I guess they were from the 1970s or 1980s or something, and they just always looked awful. I'm like, that does not look appetizing at all. Oh, cool. So you're building a model railway game. That's really cool. I'd love to see that. I would at some point. If you decide to put it on the gallery or something, at me on Twitter and let me know, because I definitely would like to take a look at it. I love when people build railways in game. I do. I love it, love it, love it. There has been with the Fantasy File Save that I've been kind of touring on the weekends and stuff. There have been a couple of places where people have built trains and train cars and stuff, and they look great. I really do like what they've done, and it's a really cool thing to kind of add in the game. Now, let's back out of our kitchen here. This is kind of where we stand so far, the living area. We have a nice little kind of living area here. We've got a little dining area. I'm going to check real quick and see if Reg, as an adult, can sit back here at the table. I am going to have to get, though, a high chair for Mr. Toddler there. Yeah, okay, so that works. The routing's not an issue there. Let's see here. I'm going to pull that out. Oh, hold on here, and I will grab Yarny. Yarny always has a place somewhere in my house. I love Yarny. I love the game Unraveled. I'm going to put him down there by Hooper. I love the game Unraveled. One of my favorite games. It was so well done, and so just really super, super cool. Just a great game. Okay, so we do have this kind of rustic looking one. It does match the rest of this furniture here, so let's go with that. And let's put him here at the table. Normally I'd put it here at the corner kind of, but since we are a tiny house, we're going to put it here. That's how we're going to handle it. I don't know that there is room to put these things anywhere. I thought I might be able to put it here like on the shelf maybe. I'm going to try lifting this up. Whoops. Like so. It's kind of a decorative piece. I might have to use the tool mod on that, kind of lift it the rest of the way up. Yeah, I am going to. Let's change the color on it. Let's do that nice kind of harvest gold looking color. Because it's kind of an older piece. It's from, let's have Reg start cooking. Make sure that we can bake some delicious pre-mixed brownies. 0.1, let's see if that does it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's a little tight. That's a little tight. Maybe I'm going to bring it down just slightly. Oh no, that was more than I meant. Okay, let's change that around. I typed that in wrong. It should be negative 0.025. There we go. That's a little bit better. Looks a little bit more like it belongs there. Now, let's see here. Let's speed Reg up so I can see if he does kind of get that into the oven. He does. It works. No routing issues here. We are good to go. Now, let's move some of this stuff around. We are going to have... This is going to go in the barn, of course, right? Because it is barn equipment. Put it here, or maybe here. And then I do want to do kind of a storage area here for when you come in from the outside. So we'll put that here. We're going to put this one, though, on the true outside. Either maybe here would be good. Now, I would love for this to fit here in the kind of, well, not really a laundry room, a kind of bathroom, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's just going to be too big. I'm trying to think, is there just any conceivable way I could make that work? And I don't think that there is. So let's get rid of that. But let's keep this. And let's go back through Laundry Day and pull up all of our kind of options there. Let's go down here. Do. You know, I think let's go ahead and take that one out. Let's use this one. That definitely looks like a kind of a, sort of, kind of a sort of farm sink that you would use coming in from the outside. I'm going to scoot that over a little bit here. I'm going to go and grab a washer and dryer in blue for now to kind of match the kitchen. And we're going to go ahead. Let's just do this bathroom while we're out here. I didn't really plan on doing the bathroom out here yet, but why not? Well, we'll have to wait just a second. But to put the shower in, let me grab the rest of our laundry day stuff here. I'm going to grab a clothesline. I don't know that this will fit on the lot. I'm going to be honest. We'll see. Maybe right here it would. This is a small ranch, you guys, so we'll have to see. But maybe right there it will. This thing. Put it right here. And here's our ironing board. I do want an ironing board. I think it's just going to look really cool to have this here and pretty realistic. So we'll put that there. I don't want it so close that it is banging up against, this wash basin. So we'll have to be kind of careful with it. Let's look for a toilet real quick and a shower. Shall we put in some sort of rug here? Maybe. If there's something that fits, I mean, size-wise, maybe something like that. We'll turn off laundry day here and find us a toilet. We got this one. I like this. This is a good, it's functional off the grid, right? It's old-time antique toilet. So we'll put it here. It suits the vibe. It suits the feel. We also will grab, let's go ahead and grab one of these cabinets here. Do a kind of high boy, over the toilet there. Put that in there. We could maybe move this over here. I don't know if it'll fit. I don't think it will. I might get rid of that. Let's take that out and we'll just use a standard sort of washcloth holder. That way I can take this out and put more storage in here, which again, this is the bathroom you use when you come in from outside, right? So you're going to need a lot of storage in there. Put that like that. Let's go in here. We'll grab that. Put a couple of washcloths there by the sink for washing hands because you're going to have a lot of dirty hands on the farm. Can guarantee that. So let's grab this, put it here or the toilet, and then we'll find ourselves a shower to use here. That is the one thing that I did that was kind of a luxury for a tiny house. We have 2 bathrooms in this house, one upstairs and then one downstairs here to clean up when you come in from outside. Do something fairly plain, more in keeping, with the area. See if I can. That's probably not going to work for us. I don't really like the fact that it overlaps. I'm going to try to find a rectangle Let's look for a rectangle right. Oh, we've got this. Now we do have this stuff. This is always really cute. Like that. That actually works really, really well. Let's just go with that, right? Place the step out of the shower on. Works just fine. Now we do need a full-size towel, right? We're going to put that full-size towel there. Kind of by the commode. A little odd, sure it is. But you can step out of the shower onto this and grab that. There will not be, by the way, a glass door there. Let me go ahead and take that out. That was just when I was barely mocking this up, right? I was just barely getting started. And I did stick a glass door there because, it's like one of the first doors on the list. So I stuck a glass door there so that I could just say, okay, a door fits here, right? And I might put something here, and I might put something here. And that's kind of how that happened. But no, we would not have glass doors here on the farm for both the living area and the outside to watch people take a shower. They're not like that all on the farm in Oklahoma. So we'll leave it like so. We're going to go ahead and put in another quick cabinet, though, for storage for our family. Do this here. Above the washer and dryer. So we're kind of got our little laundry room / cleanup area from when you come in from the outside kind of mocked up there. That looks pretty good. I do like that. And I would love to use this chicken someplace. I don't know if we have room. Could have went in the middle of the table, maybe. I'm going to set it there for now. It's the sort of thing that might not get used because we'll have so many new build buy objects coming with the new pack that in the end I might decide, well, yeah, that was kind of cute and all, but we've got all this other cute stuff to deal with, so let's not use it. We have these here. Now, when I first saw these, I thought that's a good idea. We could use those. I don't know. Do they fit here okay? Let me see. I mean, kinda. I might need to adjust this a little bit. Like so, right? Yeah, I think that works. Again, tiny house living. We're going to be fitting stuff in wherever we can. I love this rabbit. We are going to use the rabbit here in the entryway in some fashion. So we're going to kind of angle him over here. These bags make a lot of sense too, right by the door. Again, because we're dealing with tiny house living. Probably be a peg or something, hang stuff on as you come in and out. On this side, we are going to do a closed cabinet. I'd like to use something from here for now that maybe will get swapped out. Well, it will get swapped out with the new kitchen stuff coming with the new pack. Is that right? I don't think that's the one I'm looking for. Is it? Maybe it is. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. That looks good. Put him there. The shelf is a little big there. I will say that. That's one thing I'm kind of not set on. We don't have to use that style. We could use this. Like that. Seems a little bit more realistic. Let's pull our rabbit out here. And let's change them around just a little bit. See what kind of colors do we have. Oh, that's cute. I like that one. I do like that one. I'm going to go with that for now. Okay, so we've kind of got that lined out. I would say, I'm not, I don't think that is the same. I grabbed the one from the kit, but I've been using the Parenthood stuff. Let's put that there instead. There we go. So we're starting to get there. We are starting to get this set up. You know, we've got living, dining, kitchen, laundry, extra bath. Let's go up here. Now this is going to be our bedroom area. It's going to be a pretty basic mock-up. I would say we're going to grab a railing for that second floor, you know, space there. And in fact, actually, I'm going to use a pony wall there. I'm not going to use a railing because my thought is, again, being tiny house living, we're going to maybe attach some shelving here for one of the kids to use, whichever kid has this bed. And we might go ahead and make that even a little bit taller, like so. Because this is going to be a tight couple of bedrooms. I mean, what we have here is a loft bedroom and then the parents' bedroom, right? So we're going to grab our kids' beds here. We need a bed for a child. We need a bed for a toddler. These are, again, probably pretty much placeholders. They're, I think, you know, there might be new beds with the upcoming pack. I'm going to use that. That's cute. With the upcoming pack, so this will probably kind of get swapped around a little bit. Let's look at our toddler beds. I also love this one from Werewolves for Toddlers, and it looks kind of homemade and it looks kind of rustic. And, you know, it's got an old quilt on it, you know, which I particularly like. If you go out in the country in Oklahoma or pretty much probably anywhere, you're going to find a ton of old quilts. Now, this is definitely kind of a patchwork quilt, right? It's like just patches sewn together, but still it fits, it works. And this is kind of how our room's going to be. So we've got these two beds, right? I'd like to maybe try to put some shelving along here for the guy that has this bed, or at least back here. And we can either do... I mean, one thing we could do is go ahead and put a place to study up here. We do have a lot of options for desk, you know, for single sort of tile desk. So something like that might be fun. We'll throw a Star Wars chair with it, right? Again, I'm probably going to swap it out, but we'll throw the Star Wars desk and the Star Wars chair in there. Maybe these kids are probably into Star Wars. They dig it. Throw a steampunk computer up there. And then we'll put in some cabinetry that would match from downstairs. You know, they're probably going to use the same cabinetry throughout the house. Put it here, like so. So we can fit in kind of a study area for them up here. I should put a toy box in, although I'll tell you probably on the farm, they'll throw that toy box out because they have them lazy ass kids playing with toys all day instead of helping and getting stuff done. But we could maybe kind of sandwich a toy box in. Let's see here. I think we could kind of tuck it right here. Let's move this back a little bit. Tuck it like that. I think that'll work. We will play test it, of course, but I think so. I do think it'll work. I'm going to use the one with the train on it. I've mentioned this before. When my son was little, he loved trains. So I used the train out of nostalgia a lot because, you know, if this was me building this house and it was for my son, then I would put the toy box with the train on it in his room. I would like to use some real shelving above this bed. I don't know. Can't remember how much the Sims will put up with as far as routing goes, or actual Sim characters. We'll have to just take a look here and try it and see what we end up with. But something kind of like this, you know, just looks like kind of plain wooden shelves here. And I think to make that feel a little more realistic, let's go ahead and and make a wall along this part. So part of it's pony wall, so it doesn't feel quite so closed in, but then part of it is not, so it does have a little more realism, a little more feel of privacy. Because they have zero privacy, obviously, quite obviously. The parents' room is here. They do have some privacy, you know. And in fact, I gave them access to the bathroom, both kids and parents, so that they don't have to go through the parents' room to get to the bathroom or vice versa. Let's put in real quick while we're here, we'll throw in a tub and shower combo. Now, here's the thing. I can't remember if I've ever tested this. I can't remember if I've ever tested whether or not you can bathe a toddler in a tub and shower combo. So I might have to swap that out. I don't know why I can't remember that. I mean, on one hand, I feel like I did and it didn't work, right? It's kind of like, yeah, no, Jason, you tested it. You've just blocked it out because it didn't work. And you keep hoping through some miracle that you're going to test it this time and it will work, but it won't. So we'll see when it comes to it, what we end up doing with that. Put that there. And again, because we're talking maximizing our space, we're going to go ahead and put kind of a cabinet here above the sink and the toilet area as well. Hopefully that will not interfere with the mirror that we're going to need above the sink. Take a look here. And hopefully all this works. When we go to play test it here in a little bit, we're going to hope that it all works. What I really want is, I guess, something like this, like the medicine cabinet feel. Let's just go with that one. Does it come in blue? No, probably not. I'm still going to go ahead and go with it for now. We might have something new. I'm going to say that a million times. We might have something new in the new pack, right? So that might get swapped out. It feels a little tight with that cabinet there, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay, right? The cabinet could be kind of maybe moved up a little bit like that. That way it doesn't, I mean, no one's going to ever see that. Why am I doing that? Why, you know, why do I care? I don't know. It just feels like that's the way it feels more realistic, just in case someone does go in tab mode and goes down there and takes a look at it. They're like, oh, wow, there is a gap. So it does fit just like in real life. Yeah, just like in real life. Put that there. Again, this is the family bathroom. We do have one downstairs that can be used though as well. But since the whole family's typically using this, we're going to put 2 towel racks in there. Probably going to need even more than that. But we're going to put 2 towel racks in there. Let's see if we can find some place to throw. David, I think trains are great. And the best thing about having a kid was then as an adult gave me an excuse to play with Thomas the Tank Engine again. Because I'm like a Tommy. Do they have Tommies? Like, you know, like you have those kind of bronies for My Little Pony, right? I'm kind of a Tommy. I do secretly just love Thomas the Tank Engine. I think it is the sweetest, nicest show ever created for children. And I loved building, you know, kind of the island of Sodor with my son. Over and over again, we would build the island of Sodor. And he was always Thomas, of course. And I would be Percy, you know, Thomas's best friend. So that's always holds like a real kind of close place in my heart, of course. And so, yeah, I do love trains, too. I don't love full-size trains. We've traveled by train several times, he and I've traveled before my son by train here in the United States on Amtrak, which, you know, I don't know if you know Amtrak. It's okay. It's okay. But the spirit and the adventure of traveling by train is the same on Amtrak as any place else. And I always have just a fantastic time traveling on Amtrak. We've done, you know, overnight journeys. It's always a lot of fun. And so, yeah, we both love trains. I wish we had more train service here in the States. We really don't have a lot of train service or, like, you know, very good train service. It's often late. It is often late. I tell people, you know, when you go by Amtrak, you are going for Amtrak, right? You're not using it to get to where you're going. That's the destination, is the train, and then the view of everything and the sort of trip itself. That's your vacation, right? That's what you're there for. And so we do still to this day enjoy train travel. He and I still like trains. It's going to be a little bit too tight, I think that is. Do I have anything that will fit there? I know I do have something that will fit there. I don't really want to use it. It's the end table from Spa Day. I'd like to find something that, that's awfully modern. Hold on, my mouse is frozen there for a little bit. There we go. I think my mouse just gets tired sometimes, and he's just like, God, stop it. Stop moving me. I need a rest. But we have this now from the Book Nook. That's kind of smaller. So that still not small enough. We have this from bowling. It might work here. It does. So that kind of works there. It's not my favorite because it's got those red legs. It seems a little bit odd. But I might stick with it for now and just see what we end up having in the new pack, as I'm going to say 3 million times during these streams. Wait until I see what we have. Got that look, that look. That's okay. White and then the wood kind of matches a little bit. We can go with that. So we got a table there. On this side, we want to do some cabinetry over here. I guess, let me see here. Let me turn the grid on. I'd love to do a sort of closet here. I don't think there's going to be a room for a closet. I mean, I could just hang clothes like, I don't have the thing for that, but we've got something like this. Will Sims get around that? I don't know. We have some wardrobes, though. This is good. I do like this. And there's actually 2 of those, so we could do his and his again, because I don't know who was here earlier, but this, of course, is for my primary Sims, Reg and Grant. They are married. So his and his closets there, one for each of them. That is not bad, actually. I like those, and they have a definite country feel. Let's change the color around, maybe see what do we have to work with. I like that. Kind of matches, or maybe that is even better. Yeah, let's go with that. Now, again, since this is country living or tiny house living, not country living, it's living in the country, it's tiny house living in the country. One thing I would probably do, and we'll see what we have in the new pack and how I actually end up executing this, overall, is go ahead and put probably a line of shelves here, because they wouldn't want to let that space go to waste, right? So we could put some storage up there. Don't want it to intersect the window, though. Like that. So we would, definitely maximize that room in a real setting of a tiny house for storage. And I might use actual cabinetry across there. I mean, I guess we could, right? Let me try that real quick. Because we could take... Oh, Amtrak, David? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not bad. I said I like it. They have their issues sometimes, so that's part of the adventure. That's part of the fun. You gotta roll with it, right? Ba-bum ching, because it's a train and you're rolling. But you do have to kind of roll with the punches. It works usually. Like if I go from here to Fort Worth, I live in Oklahoma, south of Oklahoma City, or kind of the Oklahoma City metro area, on the south side of that metropolitan area. Amtrak does stop in my town, and that's why I've taken it several times. So if I take it down to Fort Worth, I mean, it's usually on time. I mean, we'll be a little bit late, but we've also been a little bit early before, and it does run really well. I do love it. And it's a great way to go to Fort Worth from where I live, for kind of a weekend vacation. My son and I have done that, and it's always a lot of fun. So we'll do some kind of storage like that. I guess we could grab some more rugs, for those cold winter mornings here in the country. What have we got to work with? We have some more of these werewolf rugs. I have not used these very much, so they are starting to look, they look pretty appealing to me right now because I have not used them much. But I need something that will fit, of course. I guess that kind of fits, right? You can kind of get out of the bed there. Let's see what colors it comes in. Get out of bed, nice warm rug to stand on. Let's go with that. Did I use the same thing downstairs? I did use the same thing downstairs. I don't want to use the same thing. Okay, so let's look and see what other options do we have. We have that. That is cute. I do like that. That one looks kind of worn out, like maybe it's a little bit older. Let's go with that for now. I don't know. Maybe with art and stuff, I can kind of tie the coloring in with that. Now, for the kids, what are we going to do for the kids here? I'm not real sure. Going to try to find something here for the kids. The new rug with the new pack I really like. I've used it a lot, but I do really like it. I want something kind of fun and colorful for the kids' space, of course. We got this. Not exactly country, but it doesn't have to be country. People in the country like modern stuff too. They like all sorts. There's all sorts of people in the country, just like there's all sorts of people everywhere, right? You can't really generalize anybody anywhere, truth be told, because there's a myriad of reasons people might move out to the country and decide to be a rancher, a tiny rancher, as we're doing here. Whole bunch of reasons why. But maybe this has more of the tone. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Come on, mouse. I'm telling you, it gets tired. Come on, buddy. Wake up for me here. You know what? I did do a vlog for a trip, for my son and I's trip, both to Fort Worth on Amtrak, and also we took Amtrak from from Denver to San Francisco through the Rockies. I did do a vlog for both of those. It is on my channel. I do travel on my channel sometimes, and especially when The Sims isn't doing anything and there's nothing really to necessarily kind of get into as a new pack or anything. I do it. And so, yeah, I did do a vlog for that. And if you want to check it out, just look under maybe travel. I think I've got a playlist that actually says travel and adventure. There might be an independent playlist for that, but I think it's just in with all the travel and adventure stuff. I did a playlist, I think, for Disney and a playlist for a cruise once that was independent of just the travel and adventure stuff. But yeah, the Amtrak was fun. I loved it. We had a great room on there. We really enjoyed ourselves, and it was a lot of fun. This house is a lot of fun. So far, I've had a really good time with it. I have not come up with an exact cover for the outside. So far, I've been going with kind of a stucco, right? Am I going to stick with stucco? I might. It does definitely have kind of a country feel to it, so I might end up sticking with the stucco. I don't know about that, but maybe. We might also end up going with a brick or something like that. I use stone here on the barn, of course. One thing I need to do is, let's see if we can brighten up. I'm going to brighten up that chimney there a little bit. I'm going to try it anyway. See if I like it. See if we put, a light in here like that, it'll brighten it up a little bit and give it a little brighter look. We'll go with that for now. Now, the next thing that I'm going to check out here is this. Now, this is what I was calling and what I mean it to be I say I'm going to check it out. Let's see if I can get my mouse to work. I don't know what's up with it right at the moment. It's just being like that, We're going to do a field hands room right here, along with, like I said, we've got our horse stables over here for now. We have a workshop and a sort of mechanical barn. Again, all these doors have to be swapped out. And we have hayloft, up there. Hayloft right here, storage right here. And what I want to really look at and really try is I do want to try to test and see if I can fit in a bathroom. A bathroom and a bed and a refrigerator into this space. I think so. I think we can. I don't know. The field hand could use this bathroom here. And I also don't know when we have a field hand that he'll have to live on site. Out in the country, you have both things. Sometimes field hands live on site. Sometimes they live on the ranch. They might live above the stables. Like this is what I'm thinking this is, the stable hands. That's a stable down below. This is stable hands room, right? Sometimes they would just come and work during the day and then go home. So it's really both ways. But my thought is to go ahead and set this up as a stable hands room. And I'm going to try to put in a shower and a toilet into this 2x1 space. And that will work. Now that will work. I know that'll work. I don't know if it's going to work kind of. Normally when I do it that way, I have to put the door in the middle like this. Will it work like this? I don't think so. I'm going to try it, and then if it doesn't, I'm going to move the door. And then if it doesn't work, if you can't enter the door in the middle, I might just have to give the idea up because it just means it's just not going to work. Now I'm thinking of using, of course, a pretty basic sort of shower head here. Go with kind of a darker one. Put that in there, right? And then we're going to put a toilet here on the other side. And we're going to slide it into the wall about as far as we can without it showing on the outside of the building, right? Which isn't going to be a problem, actually, because the outside of the building is a roof. So actually, that's going to make it pretty easy. So I'm going to slide it back quite a bit, right? We're going to get as much room in here as we can, make it easy on me as a builder. Now, this does work, right? But it usually works like this. So the sim comes in, he can use both sides. I'm going to see if it'll work like this. Fingers crossed. We're going to bring Reg in here and play test this real quick because that is going to be a defining feature of how I'm going to outfit the rest of this tiny stable hands apartment. We'll teleport Reg over here. And we're going to have him, let's have him try the toilet first. Let's see if he'll go. And okay, so he's using the toilet. He is using the toilet. Woo, happy day. When he gets done, let's have him use the shower here. Let's have him take a speedy shower. Let's make it fast. So that works. That is really making me happy at the moment. Super, super happy. Don't go wash your hands, Reg. You're about to take a shower anyway. I forgot about that. We are going to put a sink up here. I don't think I can fit one into that space there. I don't think I could. Could I tuck it back here to make it work? I doubt it. I'm going to move his laundry here. I'm going to have to figure out a way to put in a hamper in that room. In fact, let's grab a hamper real quick before I play test any further. Let's go ahead and grab a hamper so I don't forget. So that all of our laundry will come down here. And again, we're just going to try to just sandwich this in here. All right, we're going to try to sandwich this in here as best we can. I think right here in our tiny ranch. And we'll put this over here. Okay, so would I be able to put a sink into this room? I don't think so. Not that I can, not that I've ever tried it though. I could put a sink there, but I want him to have a shower. So let's look at our sink options. We're going to need something really small, really shallow. And I don't have to do it that way. I mean, I could put a sink out here it would work. But I feel like, well, I guess that would be okay. Do I feel like it matters? I don't know. Yeah, it might actually be more realistic to have the sink out here. Let me go ahead. Let's start framing this out at least a little bit. We're going to go ahead and use a pony wall right here by the ladder. Like so. Like that. Just for now. Might change it around a little bit eventually. We'll see. Now, we need a bed for him. He's a single guy, obviously. If he's living on the ranch itself, as our stable hand, he's going to be a single guy. I'm going to give him a single bed. Now, most time I always use double beds because my Sims like to have company, right? They like to have their boyfriend or girlfriend over, and so I use a double bed. But in this case, given the living arrangement and stuff, I'm going to assume, yes, he's going to have just a single bed up here as a sort of stable boy, right? The stable boy. We are going to go ahead and put in some cabinetry here with the sink. We'll use the same cabinetry. Well, we could use something different. We could use that, but I think we'll use the same cabinetry that we've been using. Where was it? Oh, right here. Grab that. You know, I love it with those doors, with those handles. Let's use one of each. I'm going to put this here for the sink, and I'm going to put this in the same color next to it by the bed, right? For supposed storage. And that's where he's going to put his TV. We're going to grab a little TV for him to watch. I actually like this. But I don't know if he'll use that with that cabinet in the way. Let's just go with that. I wouldn't mind having upper cabinets, but I think we're going to run into some trouble here with the roof. I'm going to eyeball that into place, I think, because I do want it to be centered there. We will have new windows with the new pack, and these might change out, but they might not. I really do like these windows, and yeah, the one thing I'm worried about is if it's snowing or freezing cold or something, which it does get really cold in the desert and in Utah, which the new world's kind of built on. You'd want to be able to close those windows, right? Have proper windows, so I might have to swap them out. We'll see. Let's grab a sink and put in there. Something like that. Can I fit a mirror there? I think I can. I'd like to because, you know, he would be maybe shaving and stuff. So yeah, maybe something like that. Let's raise it up a little bit. Proper height. What kind of colors does it come in? I don't know. Let's take a look. Do a wood frame around it. Now on this side, I thought about giving him a computer. This is the modern age, right? So we could set up a kind of a computer here, I think, and he would still be able to use it. I think so. I'm trying to remember again. I'm going to try it because I would swear that I had done it that way before, and it worked just fine. So we're going to put that there. We are going to test it. If it doesn't, the thing that might be problematic is that we're going to have a bar stool there, right? That's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm thinking. I've tried it before and it didn't work. Is that we're going to have a bar stool here, and that's why he can't get into bed. He can get past this to go to bed, but not the bar stool. So I'm going to test it and see what we end up with. because there's some options we can kind of take there if need be, especially since the roof is on the other side and you can't see if I push things into the wall, at least not for a little bit. So we'll grab our computer here. Even though he works on the ranch, he does work on the ranch. He is also kind of a gamer, right? He is kind of a gamer. So let's see here. We're going to give him like a super fancy like computer, right? Because even though he's a cowboy and he works on the ranch during the day, during the night, he plays Jedi Fallen Order is what he plays, or something like that. Or, you know, something like Star Wars Battlefront or something like that. So let's start with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and have Reg come out here, see if he can get into this bed. Relax. No, he cannot. He's saying I cannot get into that bed. Can you come out here and play, though? Play the game? Yes, he can play a video game, though. So we're halfway there. We're halfway there. How far do I need to slide this into the wall for him to get into bed? I don't know, but we're going to find out. I'm going to slide it all the way back that far if I can manage it. Okay, we can't see it through the roof, so that's good. That is a step in the right direction. And then if he can't use it, I don't know what I'm going to do. He says he still can't get in there. Okay, so let me see here. Can I push it even more into the wall? Probably. Probably I can. See, I can do like that, right? It does not show through the roof line, and that might work. That actually might work. We're going to try it. First thing we're going to do is try relaxing. Can you relax now? He can relax. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Success. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. He might play Halo 3. He might play Halo. He probably plays everything, right? Plays everything. He plays Valorant. He plays all of it. He plays everything. So he does relax. He's in his bed. Hooray. Love it. Now let's see. Can he still play a Sims Forever game? Because he also plays The Sims. He loves The Sims. No. Get out of your bed. Let's try this again. Let's try it again. Will you play The Sims? No. Okay, so we're going to have to figure that part out. Okay. There is going to be kind of an optimum range here. Oh, boy. So let's pull it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. And see if that kind of ticks the box where he will do it. Play the game. Play The Sims. No. Will you sit here? Will you sit? Yes. So one way you can do is he will sit here and then he will play this game, right? I think so. Yes. So he will do it that way. But he won't do it this other way. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust it again just a little bit. We're going to bring it out like this, and we're going to bring it over a little bit. I could do a different computer too if it seems like the computer is kind of having the issue. Whoops. No, he's still not going to do it. Okay. We're not defeated yet. We're not going to give up yet. Now, I do love this setup. I could change to a different computer, and then I could put that more into the wall and make it kind of a smaller desk area. Let's really push it here and see what we get. Because I'm worried I'm really getting to the point, though, where it'll work, but then it won't work to get into bed, right? Okay, it works. This works. Now we know where that has to be, right? We're at our optimum point for that particular thing. So let's see, can he relax? Yeah, he loves video gaming. He cannot get into bed. Okay, wait a minute. I'm coming about this the wrong way. I'm coming about this the wrong way, you guys. What we need to do, we're going to go ahead and slide the bed down. Let's slide the bed down like that. Okay. And then will he get into his bed and relax? Yes. Okay. Success. We're good. We're golden. We have our room set up for our cowboy, for our stable hand cowboy here. Our gay cowboy, of course, Reg, and his husband, Grant. Let's go ahead and maybe we could put some shelves back there and see if the shelves screw things up. Like, Jason, you just got it set. Don't screw with it. I know. I can't help myself. We're going to put a shelf there, maybe a shelf right there, right? And I'll probably change the color on those. More match the room. Like that. Okay. And with the new stuff, with the new pack, we might be able to do something different. Let's have him go here. Let's have him relax in bed. Okay. Let's have him play his video game. Oh, fine. Okay. It works. It works. It works. It works. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Now, in reality, of course, he would lay in bed and watch TV. I know the Sims can't do that. This is just more for realism's sake. I'm going to just make sure that he can. Let's have him work out. Can he work out? Power sculpting video. Let's see if he can actually work out in here. It's a pretty small little apartment for him. Yeah? Oh, no. No, he can't do it. Okay, so he can't work out. Can he work out to the other stuff? Dance video? No. Okay, so if we have him just watch... Let's have him watch Cooking Channel. Oh, yeah, okay, he will watch in bed. Okay, for some reason I thought they had said, or someone had said, or I thought they used to not be able to watch TV in bed. That's what I thought. Did they change it? I don't know, or was I just wrong? Both, probably both. He is a gamer. That's a tag I use too. I'm a gamer, Gaymer. From the EA Gamer Changers program. Okay, so that fits. We're going to put in a rug in here for him. Grab us a nice little rug here. I could just use something like this, keep it pretty simple. That is a good rug, for this space, I think. Let's see what else we've got that might work until the new pack comes out, because the new pack will, of course, as always, have probably some sort of rug in it. We've got this sort of thing, kind of this country style rug. Now that does look good. I mean, like not country, kind of a sort of Native American, Native nation sort of rug. It's got kind of a southwestern textile type of feel to it. Do you like that? I don't know that he needs a lot of art up here. He is kind of, this is not his forever home, right? But let's say he does. It isn't his forever home, but maybe he misses home, right? So we're going to put a few pictures here, maybe a family, and might take some pictures of his home and put up there. And I suppose I could grab some, postcards. Let's grab a couple of postcards. Maybe he kind of works from place to place. He kind of moves around. That didn't do it. I know postcards are in here. Let's see here. Maybe I need to turn on a cheat. I might need to turn on a cheat. Postcard. Let's try that. There we go. So he kind of works his way around, from farm to farm to farm. I'm going to put Lucky Palms here. Grab a Lunar Lakes. Maybe this one too. Kind of looks kind of country, right? And let's see. Wait a minute. I think we've got Appaloosa Plains right in here somewhere. Okay, well let's see here. Little Haven, Barnacle Bay. Let me look down here. I would swear Appaloosa Plains is in here. 6am, Dragon Valley, Brindleton Bay, Midnight Hollow. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So obviously we're going to grab, whoops, what did I do with it? Let me take that off here. Obviously we're going to grab Appaloosa Plains, if I can get a hold of it. Put it on here, right, with the cowboy. Nice nod to The Sims 3. horse riding pack, you know, and maybe Midnight Hollow too. Put that on there. So he's got a few things there, and there's some shelves for some knickknacks and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, this makes a pretty good, like, stable boy type of little apartment, right? Now, I did think we might try to put a refrigerator in here. And I really don't know that a refrigerator is going to fit here at all. I know it, like, you know, the little, like, refrigerator from University. Let's see here. This, like this thing, right? So it is the sort of thing that I think you might find in this sort of apartment. I don't know it's the sort of thing I have room for in this sort of apartment. The only thing I could think would be, can I tuck it? If I tuck it into the wall and make it look like it's kind of built in to the wall, like, you know, someone just cut a hole and kind of slid it in there. Will it work? Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Why not? Might as well. Let's see if he'll grab some quick meal. I don't want him running downstairs to cook. Let's grab well, how about some cheese and crackers? Nope, Reg, stop. Okay, he's headed downstairs. I'm gonna have to take that ladder out if I'm gonna test this. Send him back up. Okay, so so far that test does not work. So let's see here. Oh, what can we do? What can we do? Let me first of all, let's take the ladder out, because I do not want him like going down to the kitchen. I want to know if that particular place works. And let's see here. If we bring it out like that, let's try that. Quick meal, cheese crackers. No, still can't get to it, damn. Okay, so far we're batting 0. I can't get it too far out or he won't be able to get past to the bathroom, and it would look kind of weird. This is going to be kind of a tough one. Where else could we fit that in? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, I could put it in the bathroom, maybe. Be a little odd, wouldn't it, right? Let's try that. You know, that's where the game auto-placed it just then. So let's see if that works. No, that doesn't work either. So the game is giving me a hard time here. I do think it'll work here. Let's see. Well, hell, I thought it would work before, so I really don't know. How about like that, though, where it changed colors? Does it work? No, that doesn't work. Okay. I think it might work kind of here. No, you know why it doesn't work? I bet because of the wall. I bet because of that pony wall. Okay, wait. Let's take the pony wall out. Let's put that back there. Yeah, I'm going to bet the pony wall's causing that. But then a ladder might cause it too. So oh, come on. Still won't work. So, well, it was worth a shot. I will say that. It was worth trying, right? Right. Let's see. I'm starting to think it is a lost cause. Oh boy. Okay, let's try it here. Let's move it here a little bit. I would love for it to work. I mean, that is true. That's why I keep trying it. Because I really would love for it to work. And it works there. Okay, so it works there. Right. Can he still take a shower? Let's see here. No, he cannot get into the bathroom because of the fridge is in the way, I think. Yeah. Okay, so it's a lost cause. It's basically hopeless as it stands right now. I could put it downstairs, and one thing I could do is I could put it downstairs, right? It would not be in his immediate kind of space, but it would be accessible. I could put a full refrigerator downstairs. Actually, in fact, let's think about that. I mean, honestly, again, I don't know how many people you are familiar with ranches and farms. Is it unusual that there will be a spare refrigerator in the garage or in the barn? Nope, not at all. Usually you're going to have a freezer or a refrigerator in the garage, in the barn, something like that, and maybe two. Someone I know has like one in the freezer or one in the garage, one in their garage, one in the barn, both, right? You store, especially when it's cattle ranching, you just store a lot of meat that you've had butchered. And sometimes, things like artificial insemination and stuff like that, sometimes vaccines, whatever you're using, those have to be kept cold. So let's go ahead and put this out here in the barn. And he will have access in that way to a fridge, just kind of at the bottom of the stairs. Go with yellow. Okay, so that kind of this is our hay loft, by the way. We'll put some hay here. There's several bales of hay up here. Kind of let people know what it is. It's our hay loft. So yeah, I mean, I think that works really well down there. I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. I think we're good to go with that. I brought this bench out here. I don't know if I'm going to actually use this particular bench. I kind of like the stool better. Let's see, maybe what swatches does that bench come in? We might keep it out here somewhere. Maybe we'll keep it over here. I don't know. And we're going to go ahead and put his ladder back in place so he can get up and down. So I do think that works. Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that, I guess, having just another fridge in the garage. It does fit, definitely fits reality. I have not known yet a farm or a ranch that did not have a refrigerator in the barn or in the garage or both, in addition to a fridge in the house. Put that there. The only other thing I could think is we could maybe try to put some shelves someplace else, some more storage in here. It's definitely an option. We could grab a couple of cabinets. Maybe we make the cabinets a little bit, well, I guess we could use the same as downstairs, So something like this, just above the door to the bathroom. Maybe you're going to put some of your bathroom stuff in there. I'm almost afraid to put one in here. You could maybe put one in there. I want to screw things up. It's working, right? And you could put one here, but again, I think it would be pretty clumsy to try to reach it with the ladder in the way. For now, let's go ahead and do it. Go ahead and put it there. And the blue cabinetry looks okay. I'm going to leave it simply because we're probably going to change it all out with cabinetry from the new pack. So we'll leave it blue for the moment. And that looks good. I mean, I think that's pretty good for his apartment. I don't think we need much else for our stable hens kind of, apartment kind of setup. It definitely kind of fits. We can use a little more clutter. We'll give him some toilet paper just to be nice. I used to never use toilet paper. No, I used to never use toilet paper in The Sims. As a human being, as an adult, I've always used toilet paper as a real person, but I used to never use toilet paper in The Sims because it just seems superfluous and The Sims won't use it. So what's the point of putting it there? But yes, I do use toilet paper as a person. That came out a little bit wrong. I'll move that up a little bit, like so. Let's make sure the cabinets won't get in the way of him coming in here to, kind of take a shower. No, everything's fine. Everything works. So, I would say that pretty much does it for the moment. Let me take a look here. Is there anything else I want to add real quickly? Not sure. For the moment, it's looking pretty good. Again, a lot of this stuff will change out with new pack assets, and I still need to come and probably work on it a little bit. I really want to analyze the trailer, and I've not analyzed the trailer really in depth yet as far as how big is that lot that house is sitting on? How big does it look like a stable needs to be for the horse? How big do I see any sort of devices that look like where these sort of miniature goats and miniature sheep live? Is it going to be the size of a chicken coop? Because that will really help kind of map out some more of this particular, build. Kind of show us where we're going, where we're headed, size-wise, right? Let's put the foundation. That won't work there. Let me see. That. So that is something I really need to do, is really sit down and kind of count out, which you can kind of do with, the trailer. You can look at a house and say, a door is 2 tiles or 1 tile and the window's this many tiles, and kind of get an idea of how many tiles wide the house is. And from there, how wide is that particular lot? How long is it? And, if it's 30 long, then it's going to be a 30 by 20, right? If it's 40 long, it's going to be a 40 by 30 if it's a rectangle. So on and so forth. Where's the farm cat? The farm cat is here, but now that you mention that, let me see here. Let me take a look here. We do need some place for the farm cat to eat, either inside or out. Typically, farm cats are going to eat outside. They are on the farm. Farm cat's going to be fed outside, and typically they don't have like a box indoors. They're going to go outside as well. To, kind of do what they need to do. But I do need something here for him to be able to eat. So I guess we can put it out here in the stable, right? Put it in the stable area. He is a barn cat, and this is the barn. So real quick, I'm glad you mentioned that, David. Where is the farm cat? This family does have both a dog and a cat. I don't know where the cat is at the moment. I'll pull him up here in a second once I throw his food dish out here. Give him like a little sort of dish here. Farm cats also typically aren't going to have much in the way of toys or anything like that. There's our farm dog. He's just a puppy. It's our dog Alex right there. He's a puppy. I might have to grow him up for the ranch. We probably should give him some sort of little bed. Do. Not real sure where I'm going to put a bed, though. Again, maybe here in the mechanical barn, we might do a bed. We could do a bed probably maybe in the workshop. Maybe by this door. In fact, we could take that out. And we'll do a bed for both the cat and the dog here in the barn. Do. Like so. And then they've got a place to eat as well. And like I said, as far as a box goes, I think I am going to have to put a box somewhere. I mean, I'm going to have to simply because I don't think the cat in game will just go outside on the ground. Maybe he will. I've always had a box because I've always had indoor cats in the game, and I have indoor cats myself in real life, so I have a box at home. But maybe I should. Shoot, will the cat just go outside on the ground? I don't know. Maybe I should go ahead and do it. Better safe than sorry. We could do. Can we fit a box in out here? That's kind of the question. Maybe. Yeah, maybe here. I don't know about putting it right by his food, though. Yeah, I'm a little iffy about that. I am going to go ahead and grab this over here. Put in some lighting real quick. So, I guess we could put the box outside. I'm not even sure they'll use it if it's outside. Let's go ahead and put it here in the mechanical barn for the moment. I know he'll go in there and use it. And then we got a great place here for his food dish. Whoops. And that stool. I'll set it right there. This can use a whole lot more, of course, kind of tinkering with, right? We could put a whole lot more clutter in there. Most barns, of course, are just going to have this concrete floor. I would like to find maybe a little bit different color for the concrete floor. And the horse stall might have wood. Maybe. Let's go ahead and let's put wood in the horses' stalls. Like so. In fact, in this whole area, let's do wood. But here in the mechanical barn and the workshop, we will do concrete, right? Maybe something like this. Maybe not. It looked good in the swatch, you guys. It did look good in the swatch. We've got this earth flooring. It's not bad. Let's call it good for the moment. And we could also use it out here, for this walkway back to the house. Okay, so that looks good. Glad you mentioned the cat. Let me see where the cat is. I'll see if I can find him here. There's our cat. Says he's right there. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. He's hanging out here. Now, the cat is designed, you can see here, he's a steampunk cat, right? Because Reg is a steampunk cowboy. So he's got a little bit of a metallic view to him there. Going to tab mode so we can get a little bit closer. And he's got whoops. Okay, let me freeze it. There we go. He's got some gears, right? Because he's a steampunk cat. Some little mechanical cat. Got his little, tail and stuff. So that is him. That's Will. See if we can see his face here. There he is. Sweet little guy. Sweet little boy. So that's the cat. That's where the cat is, our farm cat. One thing, of course, we'll do outside is we will put the rocking chairs in place. We'll have, I'll swap these out with the new rocking chairs from the new pack, of course. That is coming on July the 20th. Whoops. We're going to go ahead and put a couple rocking chairs out here. I really could use some room for the kids to sit out here as well. I might, if I move this to a 20 by 30 lot, I might extend the front porch and make it another tile out, another tile bigger. And I could do that anyway. But especially if this sort of corral is not here, then I could bring it out a little bit bigger and do a little landscaping if I end up switching this to a 20 by 30 lot. My goal, of course, is to do this on the 20 by 15 lot. But we could do this. We could pull it out like that, you know, and then bring our roof out a little bit further. The roof on this front porch is not my favorite at the moment, by the way. I have kind of wrestled with it a little bit, might wrestle with it a little bit more before it's all said and done. But it's the proverbial okay at the moment. Pull that out like that. Okay, so now we've got a little bit bigger front porch area for people to set out on. We could extend the steps too, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to leave the steps just the way they are. Let's grab our seating here for our family, right? Our rocking chairs over here. Move it a little bit closer, kind of there. What kind of options do we have? We have this. Let's go with that. Kind of keep it in tone with the rest of the look. And for the kids, let's give them kind of some sort of little seat or something. Maybe this, you know. Maybe not. Maybe not that. Let's see here. What do we have for actual kids seating? What kind of kids seats do we have? Not a whole lot of options. And probably not a lot that really, I mean, this would work for Hooper, the toddler, maybe. Set him over here by Dad. Oh, I could use, yeah, okay, let's look at, let me go back over here. This would work. Kind of a little collapsible chair. Put it over here. For the older kid, and then, you know, if he wants to turn around and look out, watch the animals, he can swing it around real easy. And then let's move the tables or the chairs, just a little bit so I can put a table in between them. It's kind of what I'm trying to say there. What can we use? I don't know here. Let's see. Something. I think I'm going to go with, where was it? I just saw it. Yeah, something like this. You know, a little bit of storage out there. Or something like this. I like that too. Let's put that here. Does it come in a color? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll probably swap it out once the new pack gets here. But for now, let's put in a color kind of matches a little bit better. And we're going to throw some flowers or something up there on top of it. That. Nice, bright, colorful, happy home. Right. Okay, and for now, that's where we're going to stop. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. We're going to do some more work on this at some point, of course. Definitely when the pack is here. It's a lot of work going to happen on this. A lot of things are going to be kind of swapped out as far as assets go. But we do have our basic ranch here. We have our 20 by 15, tiny ranch, right? Tiny ranch for the tiny animals, the miniature sheep, the miniature goats. We're going to keep the horses. I don't think they have miniature horses in game. I doubt it. But we can keep them pony size, especially since they're a member of the family. We can control when they age up. So we can keep our horses at pony size. I think so. I mean, I'm saying that. I really don't know. But that is what I think. And it's typical with family members, right? Like I've had that puppy, has been a puppy now for years. Like since cats and dogs came out, that puppy, Alex, he has been a puppy that whole time because I think puppies are cute, right? So we'll keep the horse pony size, and we're going to have our miniature ranch, our tiny ranch for tiny animals, good to go. And I do think, one thing I want to check real quick. Oh my gosh. One thing real quick. I do need to check this bed and make sure that Reg can access it without any problem. He should be able to, I've done this before, but let's test it. Let's relax. Yeah, he gets there just fine. Let's have him come back over here. This is really a pretty good size room, like bedroom for a tiny house, I think. Let's have him go here. I mean, you've got a lot of space for the parents for, a tiny house there. Yeah, he's good to go as far as that design goes. And in fact, it wouldn't, this area here probably wouldn't be there in a tiny house. You would have those sandwiched in here somehow, right? But it does fit, and it looks really great. We've got the kids' room outfitted, or the kids' loft outfitted. We got our adults' room outfitted. We got our main living space outfitted, which I really like. I'm in love with this right now. Right now, I am in love with this house. This is the type of house I like. Nice, kind of a little small type of house, right? Not too big, not too small. It has everything you need in kind of a compact space, and it's easy to keep clean. It's not very much in the way, right? Plenty of storage space. We got our barn kind of going. I do want to outfit the workrooms and the mechanical barn and our stables and stuff more. I definitely do want to work on that coming up in a future stream. But our stable hand has a place to live, right? With his own bathroom, with a refrigerator downstairs, with his own fridge. And he's got, a TV and a computer set up. He's good to go. Got our hayloft started as well. So it's really, it's pretty good. I think it's going really quite well. Nice tiny house, nice tiny ranch. So again, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. I will be here later on today with a stream for the fantasy save file, right? We're going to finish seeing Brightchester with the fantasy save file later today. And I might even be back tonight because I'm so digging this right now. I might be back later tonight to fill in that workshop, the mechanical barn, and maybe do a little bit of work out there on the exterior of the barn area, and maybe the exterior of the front yard. Might put a little landscaping in. Not too much. It is the desert, then I've got a lot of water, but maybe a little something. So in the meantime, until that time, thank you very much for watching.